Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear, oh, now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day, but them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, them they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us to ring answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat your love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come more. It is very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it down. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. One of them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.
Kiwe wesu garani orianya nine oria nine nke purita kwasa mmadụ dị ndụ n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye na-agwọ ọrịa anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị onwe gị bụ sunele nke ndị agha ka igwe mere anyị ebere ka akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka ude nke anyị na-asụ wee bịa n'iru gị ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee guzosi ike ka anyị wee n'ikpete mazụ nye ha sọgotụtara nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'ebighị ebi maruo n'ebighị ebi ise mama dịrị gị Chineke mama dịrị gị Chineke.
Ever go about deliberately looking for who to disturb? Who is going about deliberately looking for who to disturb? You say never go about. Then you don't need to go about. They will come. They will come for you. You don't need to go about. What did our leader say about these people? I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Say, please don't go about looking for trouble. Chai! The Shoji. Mad people everywhere. I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
That the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a
rather than going on now. Now, let me ask you. I know. Why don't your group put?
For those who will always say, "Oh, Why don't you win election? Why don't you bring somebody who is going to win election for you? Why don't you go to national conference? Why don't you do this? Listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answered.
Push for that in a place like the national conference that is going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not.
The fact of the matter is that the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a democratic Biafra within a peaceful setting does not currently exist in that very place you call Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of a river. Up north, you call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger, which is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name a people after a river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. The people own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that you never had any history until Frederick Lugard came, which is a fallacy, it's an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what you said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work. These issues were trashed out very well. Is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer points of political discourse. In other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria, people are not civilized.
Now, we're out of time, but let me ask you, last week, I believe, the Biafran Zionist movement claimed a responsibility for the attack at the attacks in the Enugu State Government House. Are you familiar with that group, and what was the mission of that attack?
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept old men and women in charge of that very place, because Biafra must exist. It's our right to make sure it happens.
All right.
While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not supporting, is not condemning any group, the people that claim follow him today, they say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. After 10 good months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. After 10 months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. Yet, they are now changing tone. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is the leader of unknown government. Chai! This OG. And they are looking for freedom. You see, the more you blackmail me, the more you are blackmailing yourself. You think you are blackmailing me. You are blackmailing yourself. You don't know that? When the BBC came and do their nonsense disinformation, is it only Simon Ekpa that they showed his picture? Is it only Simon Ekpa? You all were there. All of you were there. You could not even defend yourself. The same Simon Ekpa you are calling all manner of names defended you there. And let me tell you, even when they mentioned Simon Ekpa, the issue they mentioned Simon Ekpa there was not even, I can defend anything I say. All of you, you could not defend yourself, yet, you blackmail me. You think that when you blackmail me, when they want to call name, they call only Ekpa? All of you, your picture were there. Did you see my picture in the write-up? No. My picture was high, my video was hidden in the video. But all of you, your picture was there. Every day you look for Simon Ekpa, you post. Simon Ekpa is one poda, Simon Ekpa is a perima, Simon Ekpa is this. When the thing begin to happen, you think it doesn't, they will call you. And when the issue started, you could not defend yourself. You couldn't defend yourself. BBC did not say it was Simon Ekpa. BBC put your picture, all of you, as you were blackmailing Simon Ekpa, they did not say it was, they put all of your picture. So this one, they say, we are going to kill this one, we are going to kill that one. All of your picture was there. Your video was there. Yet, you will wake up every day to blackmail Simon Ekpa. And every day, if you don't, of course, some of you can never learn. Hatred and jealousy of Simon Ekpa have beclouded the brain that you don't even have at all. I do not know when they are going to learn. They think when they promote Simon Ekpa by calling Simon Ekpa criminal, the BBC will come and say Simon Ekpa. All of you, the more you are calling me a terrorist, the way you are calling me a terrorist is the same thing you are calling yourself. You think when you are a terrorist, oh, Jesus Christ. This BBC disinformation should have teach all of you a lesson. You think when you come to social media, because you hate me, because you are jealous of me, because you don't like me, you think when you call me criminal, you are going to pay for everything you say. You are going to pay. You carry my name and blackmail. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Simon Ekpa is this one. Simon Ekpa is that one. You see the way BBC is dealing with you people? If anything is going to happen anywhere, you are going to also be dragged into it. And you can't even defend yourself. It's body boss. It's in pataka everywhere.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on this very evening section. I appreciate everyone that has been able to connect with us this evening. Remember, we have our morning program and evening section, and we are working according to Biafran time. For those who are in Biafran land, accept my greetings according to your time zone. If you are in the morning, you are in the afternoon, you are in the evening, we extend our greetings to you. We have our program twice a day. This is the second program of the day, depending on the area you're watching us from. But we are speaking based on the Biafran time. In Biafran time, this is supposed to be the evening section of our program. So I welcome everyone that has connected. Either you are watching us on TikTok, or you're watching us on Facebook, or you're watching on YouTube, which is where I'm hosting the program. I welcome everyone that has connected. Before we proceed, I have to remind every one of you that is watching this program, wherever you're watching from, that in this platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come to this platform to attack people or individuals. We don't come here to attack any race or religion. What we do in this platform is to project Biafra before the whole world. While we are presenting Biafra as a remedy to the whole world, we debunk every lie the enemies have told against us, regardless who they are. The lies the Nigerian government are telling against us, against our leaders, against our armies, against those who are genuinely seeking for self-determination, which is what Biafran people are doing. The indigenous people of Biafra are seeking for self-determination from day one. And they continue to tell lies against us. They changed the self-determination pursuit that we're making, and they call it a terrorist act. A group that is meant for fight self-determination, they have demonized us, criticized us, and they have made everything we do to make it to be violence. They showcase us to the world as violence. But we use this media, no matter how many we are, whether 1, 2, 3, or 4, as little as we are, we will continue to speak, never to be silent, and to let the world know that we are not violent. We are very peaceful people, and all we are asking for is self-determination. Self-determination is not a privilege, it is a right. It is a right of every human being on this planet Earth, equally, regardless where you are, whether you are a Biafran, non-Biafran, you are European, African. Every one of us have the right to self-determination. That is what the law says, according to international law. African peoples and human rights law also support self-determination. Even Nigerian law supports self-determination. But because of the quest for self-determination of the Biafran people, because of the hatred, because of the global conspiracy, they criminalize our self-determination and call it terrorism. Nigeria pushed this agenda. They wrote this script. The British wrote this script, handed it to Nigeria, and Nigeria began to blow the trumpet. And today, Finland have gone into the same platform with Nigeria. And Finland is doing exactly the same thing Nigeria is doing against the Biafran. That's what Finland is doing. Finland have joined Nigeria to criminalize self-determination. They base their argument on information given to them by a terrorist government against their own innocent citizens who have served for many years without any single death. But all of a sudden, because of economic interests, Finland decided to destroy their reputation. And today, as Canada described Nigeria as a terrorist country, as Canada, through their Supreme Court, have made it clear that the ruling parties in Nigeria are terrorist organizations, it is now much more clearer that Nigeria is a terrorist country. This terrorist country gave Finland informations upon which they base their judgment on our Prime Minister Mazi Samarema. And how can any reasonable and responsible person listen to Nigeria? Even when we know that even this Finland do not recognize documents that are coming from Nigeria. They don't recognize Nigerian passport. But yet, when it comes to their own interests, economic interests, they decided to accept false information provided by a terrorist company against their own citizens. That is why we are here, to debunk those lies, to expose the evil. The secret war Nigeria is fighting against us on a daily basis. We use this media, no matter how little we are, no matter how small our platform is, we use it to speak to the world and tell them what is going on. And in our platform, we allow opinions. If you have a contrary opinion, we welcome you to this platform. This platform is for all the Biafrans, all lovers of freedom. It's for everyone that cares about humanity, whether you are a Biafran, non-Biafran, one Nigerianist, regardless of what part of the world you come from, you are welcome in this platform. If you have a superior argument to what we are saying, all you need to do is to send a request. We will bring you in. Then you give us your superior argument. Convince us to believe what you want to say. And we will also engage you without any disrespect, without any insult. This platform is open for everybody. Open for everybody. It doesn't matter your orientation. It doesn't matter what you belong, where you belong, who you are supporting. It doesn't matter your ethnic group or your religion. I don't care. It is about humanity. It is about humanity. If you have a superior argument, bring it on. Bring it on. Let us go with it. And today we have come, as always, to do what we know how to do best. Today is Monday. Today is Monday. And you know that Monday is a very special day. Monday is a very special day in the calendar of the Biafran people. And every one of you know what it is. It is Monday sit at home. And that is why today we have chosen a topic which says, Biafra sit at home. Civil disobedience against oppression and international silence. Biafrans sit at home. civil disobedience against oppression, and international silence. That is what we are discussing today. Sit at home is something, a means of civil disobedience that the Biafran people have chosen. Biafran people are engaging in it willingly. Nobody is being forced into the sit at home. Nobody is being forced in any way. Nobody is being forced into sit at home. It is something that Biafrans took willingly by themselves, agreed to engage in it, to give a voice, because their voice have been taken away. The tyrannic government where they found themselves, they have no voice. And that is why we have chosen to sit at home. We all agreed on it, and our leaders support it. More especially, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, encouraged and support what we agreed. He did not instigate anybody. I can bet you that it was we that instigated Mazi Simon Ekpa to continue to go, because we gave him our support. More than 50 million Biafrans gave him a vote of confidence. The vote of confidence that even the drug baron in Asrok did not have. The person that is the president of Nigeria today do not have the vote that our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa has. Simply because he was listening to Biafrans. He was doing what we wanted. And we sent him the errand, and he did exactly what we wanted. Today is Monday. And today being Monday is a day we come together to continue to demand the unconditional release of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. Their propaganda doesn't concern us. Their lies doesn't move us. We continue to demand the unconditional release of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And before we proceed, we are getting a breaking news from the Zoological Republic on the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have a breaking news, which we are going to share here and look into. We have a breaking news on the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but I bet you we are not distracted. We are not distracted. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter under which umbrella they operate, we are not distracted. I want us to pay attention. Look at the screen and you are going to see the breaking news. And this breaking news, I am bringing it from the platform of the lawyer of our Prime Minister, Mazi, of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. His lawyer, Aloye Jimako. The lawyer of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, shared this information today. Just recently, about 2 hours ago. About 2 hours ago. Look at this is his X platform. And what does it say? The information say, breaking news, the scheduled ruling on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. The scheduled ruling on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's no case submission. The ruling of no case submission of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we are expecting to come on October 8th is now shifted to 26th of September 2025, being Friday. Our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is coming to court on 26th of September, being Friday, instead of 10th of October, as scheduled before. There is a change. The time has been brought closer. It is a breaking news. It is a welcoming news. But whatever be the result, we are going to remain focused until we hear what is going to happen. But I believe this is a welcoming news. With everything that is happening now, we must remain focused. Nigerian government cannot be trusted. They cannot be trusted. You see, they have denied Mazi Nnamdi Kanu access to medication. They don't allow him to go for his treatment. Let us see what is going to happen. On Friday, 26th of September, 2025, the case is no longer coming up on October 10th. It has been brought closer to 26th of September 2025. That is the breaking news we got today, about 2 hours ago. That's the breaking news. You can see it here. You can look at the screen. You see it. That's the file that was posted. That's the information from Abuja. As it got to the lawyer, he posted it. That is it. That's the account of the lawyer of Mazen Nandekano, Aloy Ejimako. So this is an authentic information. You know, we're expecting the case to come up on 10th. Every one of us is waiting on 10th of October, and we have been praying. Thank God that finally they have brought it closer. So on the 26th of September 2025, Mazen Nandekano, being Friday, Mazen Nandekano will be in court. So every one of you should key in. That day I am going to be here live. We are going to connect live to Abuja. Remember, what they are coming for is no case submission, which has been filed already. The case have concluded, and the lawyers of Mazen Nandekano filed no case submission. So we want to hear the verdict. We want to hear the judgment on that 26th of September 2025. So don't miss it that day. I am going to be live that day. I'm going to join the program in Abuja live. So wherever you are, prepare yourself and continue to pray for our school of Mazen Nandekano. Continue to pray. Remember, there is another information that came. Remember that very brother, the one that is conducting a protest. The one that is conducting a protest. The brother that talked about a protest. And all of a sudden we hear this change. Anything is possible. Could it be that the protest, they saw that protest has been a success? Could it be that they noticed that that's protest on the October 1st is going to be massive? Is there something they know that we don't know? Is there something they know? You know, since they are rapporting with the terrorists, now it has become very clear to the whole country that Mazen Nandekano was right in everything he was saying. Every single exposition Mazen Nandekano made about the terrorists was right. He was right. He has always been right. Finally, could it be that they realize that that very protest is going to shake the nation? And they decided to bring the case of Mazen Nandekano forward to 26th of September. Remember, that protest is scheduled to be on the 1st of October. 1st of October, that is when that protest is scheduled. And I'm going to get that protest and play it so that we will keep in touch and continue to, I say we're going to watch and see what is going to be the outcome. I was saying it. I say we will keep watching. We will keep focusing. We can't be distracted. We, the Biafrans, cannot do anything in Nigeria. When we do it, they will come after us. So at least other regions are coming up to do it. So when I saw that protest, there's nothing wrong about it. It's a very good move. But we were saying, let us see what is going to be the outcome of that protest. Could it be that they are afraid of that protest that's going to happen on the 1st of October? I want us to listen to the protest again, because we can never, ever, ever stop doing what we are doing. We can never stop sharing information. We can never trust the Zoological Republic called Nigeria. Whatever we are doing, we will continue to do it, because Nigeria can never, ever be trusted. No sensible human being will trust Nigeria for anything. You can't trust them. So let us listen to this protest preparation again before we continue.
I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Nigerians for their support since I released the first video yesterday about free Nnamdi Kanu protest. This protest is born out of sincerity and honesty. When the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina last week, we all know that for years Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And as I'm talking to you, Nnamdi Kanu is having and he's battling with health challenges even while in prison. But it's rather unfortunate when the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina by the bandit commander The question we ask, do we have a country? The question we need to ask, do we have a nation? The question we need to ask, do we have a constitution? And if we have a constitution, then as Nigerians, we need to ask ourselves and ask the federal government question, why the double standard? If the bandit commander can come and address Nigeria like schoolboys and address Nigeria by threatening Nigerians by killing one of the headers, that he will kill more Hausas and Northerners, and he is moving freely. Why should Nnamdi Kanu should still be in prison? The question I ask, why the double standard? And it is a question that every Nigerian should be asking. Double standards by the federal government of Nigeria. And that is why the call for one Nigeria, one voice protest is born out of sincerity and honesty, equity and justice for all Nigeria citizens. One Nigeria, one voice protest. One Nigeria, one voice protest is a national call for all Nigerians of good conscience. It is not a regional protest. It is not a tribal protest. But it's a sincere protest born out of sincerity. I am calling on all Nigerians with good conscience to come out in mass. Those in Jos, Plateau, Kaduna, Kogi, and Abuja to come on Independence Day at Ibu Square to support this call. And I'm also calling on that black man to help us. Abuja is your constituency. We are coming from the north. You can help us to call the IG of police in preparation to this protest. The Rate president, I know you have the platform, and I'm also calling of all the Nigerian bloggers and social media influencers, those with good conscience and sincerity, so that our brother Nnamdi Kanu will be free. I'll bring up subsequent videos in preparation for this call and for this peaceful protest. May God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
You have heard the call for the protests to be held on the 1st of October. And all of a sudden, we hear that the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been brought forward to be heard on Friday. No longer on the 10th of October. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be in court on Friday, coming Friday, which is, I think, 26th. So it is a welcome development. Could it be that they are scared? Could it be that something they know that we don't know? But I bet you whatever it is, we cannot be distracted. Whatever their strategy is, we can be distracted. Whatever their plans is, we can be distracted. Remain focused. Remain focused where you are. We are going to be here on that Friday, and we are going to focus, and we will see what is going to be the outcome. Every one of you know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is passing through. His health condition. We have been crying and shouting, begging to allow Mazi Nnamdi to go to General Hospital owned by the government in Abuja to treat himself, and they refused. They refused. That is the wickedness of the highest order. We are talking about an innocent man. If not for anything, a man is presumed innocent until proven guilty. That is what the law of Nigeria says. If not for anything, the law of Nigeria says a man is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been proven guilty. Instead, he has been proven innocent on several occasions. He has been proven innocent in the international stage. The Arbitrary Committee of the United Nations said, release him and pay him compensation. He has been proven innocent in Kenya. Kenya governments are owing him and they have to pay compensation. He has been proven innocent in Nigerian court. Nigerian court say nobody has the right to try our screen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. until they explain the situation surrounding his kidnapping. But yet, these people continue to push their evil agenda. Could it be that this call for protest have changed narratives? Could it be? Because we have been shafted. And this call, if this call has come from we, the Biafran people, I know what will follow it. The next thing will follow it is that they will target violence. You will see they will use their media to begin to paint it that IPOB, what they are not going to say Nigerians, so they will say IPOB want to conduct a violent protest in Abuja. IPOB is organizing and recruiting. That is the kind of narrative you will hear in their media. But now, this protest is coming from the Middle Belt, from the North. From the North. Whether it is genuine or not genuine, I don't care. Whatever we see, we use the advantage in whatever we see to do what we have to do. Even if they are doing it not being sincere, we turn it to our own good. All things work for good to them that love Chukwukabiama. And because we are the children of Chukwukabiama, everything will work for our own good. Even when the enemy plans evil, try to use evil against us, it will turn out to work for our own good. So, whatever happens, we appreciate the good news that we just had. We appreciate the good news that instead of 10th of October, our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court on Saturday, being 26th. On Friday, coming Friday. So every one of us, we are going to be here. I am going to key in live to bring the report and let us see what they're going to come out with. Let us see what they're going to present this time. Let us see what they're going to throw at us. But wherever you are, you must tighten up your belt. Continue to pray for Nnamdi Kanu. Don't relent. Don't relent. We must continue. The sit at home is something that is very necessary. Do not listen to anybody that will tell you to turn down or sit at home or go down on it. That is the only weapon that we have. The sit at home is exposing Nigeria and the world double standard. The sit at home is exposing Nigeria and the world double standard. And also the underreported Fulani violence. We combine all of them together and we continue to sit at home to air our opinion. Since they wouldn't allow us to speak, we have to find our way to make our points. Our purpose of sitting at home is something that we have explained time and time again. We have explained it time and time again. Our purpose of sitting at home. That is the only voice we have. To tell the world about what is happening in our region. To protest. We can't come in an open protest. If we do, they come after us. So we have chosen that as a means of airing our opinion, telling the world that what is happening, we can no longer tolerate it. Exposing the dehumanization, the genocide that is going on in Biafra, the war that the Nigerian government is fighting against Biafrans. The disappearance, incarceration, and the killing of Biafrans that is happening every day. The only voice we have to speak about is sit at home, and we will never stop. If you are silent, silent is the most dangerous thing that you can get yourself involved in. We must not be silent. Never, ever. We must not be silent. The double standard of the international community is not something we have to keep silent towards. We cannot keep silent. We cannot keep silent. We must continue to speak. Any opportunity you have, you must continue to speak. You see what they are doing? When Biafrans do anything, they criminalize us. What are we doing? Asking for self-determination, and they criminalize us. They call us names simply because we are asking for self-determination. They criminalize civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is a peaceful means of asking for things and protesting when you are dealing with tyrants. When you are dealing with a tyrannic government, there is no other way you can be able to air your opinion except this civil disobedience. And many people have applied it in the past and it worked for them. Why is it that in our own time it becomes a crime? Why are they trying to criminalize self-determination and civil disobedience in our own time? Why? Why are they trying to criminalize it? And so many of us will keep silent, we tolerate it, we accept it, and we think it's okay. It is not okay. It is not okay. No sensible person will accept what is happening. Civil disobedience is a right. It's our right. It's a non-violent public refusal to obey certain laws. Non-violent. Civil disobedience is a non-violent public refusal to obey certain laws, command to protect injustice, to protest injustice. That is what it is. Civil disobedience sit at home is not a crime. Is not criminality. Has nothing to do with criminality. Has nothing to do with violence. It is not. Civil disobedience, sit at home that we are in Babylon. It is a non-violent public refusal to obey certain laws, commands, injustice. That is exactly what we are doing. And we are not the first people that did it. Gandhi did it in style. Gandhi did it. And today we are doing the same thing. We are doing it. Why are they criminalizing it? Why are they criminalizing it? People have done it in the past and it worked for them. It is something that is legal. The public get involved in it willingly. The public, Biafrans gathered together and they joined their hand together and agreed on this was first. They get themselves involved. Nobody forced anybody. They get involved. It is something that Biafrans by themselves willingly engage in. But they criminalize it. They say we force. The only people who were enforcing was the government. Government was forcing people to come out when they were sitting at home. They went to the extent of even seizing people's property, locking people's shop because they refused to come out. So the only people that were doing the enforcement was the government. The Biafrans were never enforcing it. They try as much as they can to criminalize civil disobedience, which was a peaceful protest against injustice. We engage in it. And the purpose of engaging in it is to reveal the serious injustice that they have, to reveal it, to create moral pressure, in Nigeria, to create moral pressure, to shift public opinion and policy. Those are the purpose. It is not to destroy the land of Biafra. It is not against anybody. It is not to take any life, and has never been. But Nigeria intentionally criminalized, as they always do. The same way they criminalize NSAS protests. NSAS protests before your own very eye. Nigerian government criminalized NSAS protests. They paid hoodlums. We saw them on video. The video is still online. You can go and search it. NSAS protests in Abuja and in Lagos. You will see how the federal government sponsored talks to infiltrate a peaceful protest. They didn't do it in hiding. They were captured in videos. The video is still online. The same thing is what they're doing against Biafra, and the whole world is silent. Finland is silent and taking information from this criminal country, a terrorist country. It is so sad. We are not the first people to engage in sit at home. It is our right. It is a peaceful move. Historically, people have used it. Gandhi used it and it worked perfectly well. Gandhi used it in Salt March. Martin Luther King Jr. did it. He used it also in civil rights. In March. Civil disobedience. South Africa used civil disobedience also during the apartheid. So why is our own case different? Why are they criminalizing Biafran civil disobedience? Why are they bent on criminalizing it? Why are they trying to destroy it by all means? Because they know it is effective. They know it's effective. Civil disobedience is very, very necessary for us as Biafrans. If you are a genuine Biafran, you don't play with it. You can play with the narrative, not that, because that is the only thing you have. We cannot play with it. It is very necessary because of visibility. That is the only thing that is pushing Biafra on the front line today in Nigeria. Apart from sit at home, nothing again. There is nothing again. Nothing remaining. Apart from sit at home, there is nothing that is putting us on the front line. But every Monday, they remember there are people who are asking for their own nation. Every Monday, they can't forget it. They cannot run away from it. Every Monday, they wake up with that reality. Every Monday, they wake up with that reality. The visibility will always be there. And it forces attention on grievance that are otherwise dismissed. It forces attention of the government on grievances that are dismissed. It also helps in moral clarity. It helps in moral clarity. Demonstrate commitment and highlight disproportionate state reactions. Civil disobedience is important. You cannot underrate it. The importance cannot be overemphasized. It also helps to mobilize the people, build solidarity, signal discipline and seriousness. This is at home helps to show how serious we are in getting our freedom. It shows that discipline we have to be free, that we are freeborn and we are serious in what we are doing. It also helps to gather solidarity. That is why you must be serious with it, wherever you are. You must be serious with it. And it is a very, very strong leverage, non-violent popular action. Non-violent. Remember, non-violent. We Biafrans are non-violent people. They have never been. We have never, ever been. Nigerian government is trying by all means to paint on violence. They have tried in different ways, in different manners. Look at the insecurity they have caused in Biafra land. Look at the way they made Biafra land insecure. Nigerian government literally by themselves made Biafra land insecure. They created different kinds of security outfits. Go to Anambra State. Soludo is creating security outfit every day. What are they doing? Destroying innocent lives. That is all they are doing. Destroying innocent life. Last time, the same outfit they created, you can imagine when the security outfit attacked a youth copper in Nigeria, somebody who is serving the nation, people who are seen as the firstborn of the nation, they are firstborn, people who are supposed to be carried like egg. A security outfit attacked a youth copper and stripped her naked. How bad can it get? Just to create fear, just to create terror. How bad can it get? A youth copper, a lady, they stripped her naked. Are you talking of kidnapping? They have been involving in kidnapping at one time or another. The leader of Akodo people or whatever was indicted in kidnapping. One of their police who saw him indicted also in kidnapping was arrested. In all these things, did you see any place where they say these ones are the Biafra agitators? There is nowhere you will find Biafra agitators doing such. But all they do is to create those security outfits to create terror. And when they create those terror, create those violence, they will go back and tell you, oh, Biafrans are violent people. There is violence everywhere in the southeast. Biafrans are violent. We have chosen a non-violent means, which is sit at home. We have chosen non-violence on a moral ground to sit at home. Every time we sit at home, nobody fights anybody. You know how they started initially? Before, every Monday, they will send out the members of DSS to go and shoot an innocent person, to go and destroy properties, only to come back and say, oh, it is the Biafran people that are doing it. The same way they demonized the NSAS, the same way they demonized the Shiite group in Zaria. The Shiite group, you know what they did to Shiite group? Where they murdered up to 1,000 people when they were doing their procession. The same way they did in this just ended and bad governance. And yet, some of you will be there watching and listening. Nigeria is not a country that anybody will pray to be the next minute. Anybody that cares about humanity will not pray for Nigeria to live the next second. And when we say these things, it's not just us. The federal government of Nigeria is sponsoring the insecurity. They are sponsoring terrorists, even against their own military. And I'm going to play a video. I want you to listen to the confession of this man. This is a military man. This is a military man releasing this information. And you will see, maybe in the next few days, they're going to arrest him. If they have not arrested him yet, if they have not yet arrested him, I want you to listen to this very video made by a military man, Nigerian military. I want you to listen to what he has to say. Because when we are just saying it on our own, they will say, oh, these people, troublemakers. They say we are troublemakers. So I want you to pay attention so that you can hear it directly from him. When you hear from him, this time it is not a Biafran that is talking. The person that is speaking is a military man in Nigeria. A military man serving Nigeria. And you can hear him calling out the Nigerian government as a culprit in the terrorism that is happening in Nigeria. You know, when we say it, they say we don't know what we are talking about. But I want you to hear from their own military man, their own, not be me, talker. I want you to hear it from their own person, making a confession on the atrocities they are committing. I want you to listen to him, what he had to say.
Nigerian governments have proven to us that they are in charge of terrorism in Nigeria. They are in charge of terrorism in Nigeria.
Did you hear that? This is a military man telling you that Nigeria has proven that they are in charge of terrorism in Nigeria. A serving military, look at him with his uniform. That Nigeria has proven that they are in charge of the terrorism that is happening in Nigeria. So when Canadian courts tell you that Nigeria, the ruling parties in Nigeria are terrorist organizations, you think it's a joke. You think it's a joke. You are only playing with your own life. Look at a serving military man with his uniform telling you that Nigeria itself have proven that they are the one in charge of the terrorism that is happening in Nigeria. And I want us to listen to him.
Nigerian governments have proven to us that they are in charge of terrorism in Nigeria. They are in charge of terrorism in Nigeria. And this is why terrorists will continue to kidnap innocent citizens, terrorize the whole country, killing our soldiers. And at the end of the day, they will be invited for peace talk. Tomorrow, they will still come out and contest for politics. And they will definitely become the president of the country. This is why terrorism and banditry have become the side jobs of the politicians. And they are all doing it and succeeding because the security agencies are not doing the needful, and the politicians are also not doing the needful, because I don't see a country like this where terrorists are forgiven, but freedom fighters are trapped in jail. What's the meaning?
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That he doesn't see where terrorists are pardoned, called for meeting and sat together, listened to, but freedom fighters are jailed. A security man is saying this. A security man is saying, you see, the protest is everywhere. Now you see why the case of Mazen Nannegano, let's see what is going to happen that as they brought it closer, the 26th, being Friday. The case of Mazen Nannegano on 26th, Friday. Let's see what is going to be the outcome. On Friday, coming Friday, we will be here to watch. You see what a military man is saying in uniform. Saying it the way it is. A place where you embrace terrorists. You give them, you grant them, they give press statement. You give them stage. Media houses will stand. Fully armed with security guards. They will make a speech, give press interview, and they leave. But a freedom fighter will speak. You say he's making a hate speech. You take him and they lock him up forever. A freedom fighter will talk. You go abroad and conspire against him, and you send people. You begin to make deals. You sell your resources just to make sure you clamp down on freedom fighters across the world. Look at the police, a military man serving. Saying,
terrorists are forgiven, but freedom fighters are trapped. Jail. What's the meaning of that? They will say, come out and say they want to get peace talk, and both the security agencies and the politicians will be posing and taking pictures with them. Posing and taking pictures with them.
Oh God.
Where is your conscience, Nigerian government? Where is your conscience?
You heard that? Did you see that? That is a military man in uniform saying it the way it is. A military man in uniform. He's just spilling the beans, saying it exactly the way it is, without fear or favor. This is the country that Finland is listening to. This is the country that is giving Finland the information to continue to persecute our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. This is country that Finland have betrayed Simon Ekpa because of a terrorist country. We're going to see what is going to be the outcome. We are going to appeal, and we will go to the highest level. If it doesn't work out in the appeal, we are going to ICC with them. It's not going to end there. It's not going to. We will go to any length by the special grace of Chukwu. Meanwhile, let us see what is going to be the outcome of the case of Mazen Nannegano that is going to be heard on Friday. Wherever you are, continue to put Mazen Nannegano in your prayers. Continue to remember Mazen Nannegano in your prayers. There is no going back. No retreat and no surrender. No matter what they say, no matter what you hear, do not be discouraged. Do not be discouraged. We know that the battle is not an easy one. It's a very heavy task. Sometimes you begin to ask yourself, how are we going to do it? How are we going to maneuver this? But no matter what they do, we will continue. We will continue. And we will continue to air our voice to the world. We will never keep silent. Let us have a very quick break before we continue and listen to this music a little while before we continue on our program. I urge every one of us, Biafrans, wherever you are, please give your support. I know it is not easy. I know the challenges are much. The obstacles are heavy. But no matter how heavy they are, please never give. Never, ever, ever give up. Thank you so much for patience. All these are to support the cause of Biafra and to make sure that our voice is being heard. However, you can pass your own message, however you want to deliver the message to the Biafran people and to the world, we must continue to speak to encourage each other. We must continue to speak, to direct each other. We must continue to air our voice. Any way you can do your own, if you can put it in music, you can put it in writing, you can do it in any form. All we are doing is to create awareness and tell the world what the situation is. And we will never, ever stop. No matter the propaganda, no matter the lies, no matter the blackmails, we will never, ever surrender. We cannot surrender our freedom to them. We will never surrender our freedom to them. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. We will never surrender our freedom to them. This is the time for us to take action. This is time for us to rise and take action. You are not supposed to be silent for any reason whatsoever. You are not supposed to be silent. Every one of us is supposed to be in the front line doing something. We are supposed to be taking action. No matter what happens, no matter how hard it is, you must not be silent. The civil disobedience we are engaging today, the sit at home, is about declaring to Nigeria, to Africa, and to the world that we refuse to be slaves in our own land. It is about exposing hypocrisy. It's about exposing the silence, the double standard of those who condemn us for civil disobedience, while they look the other way as Fulani terrorists spill the blood of the innocent men and women across the whole nation. They see it as normal. They see it as ordinary. But when we call for peaceful civil disobedience, they call it criminality. But when Fulani take innocent life, shed blood, they call it clash. They call it clash. You can imagine the hypocrisy, the double standard that international media and conventional media are using. When we sit at home, they call it criminality. They call it violent sit at home. They tag it with different kinds of things. They criminalize it. But when the Fulani shed innocent blood, they call it clash. They call it clash. They report it as a clash, and they want us to be silent. We must continue to sit at home because it is necessary. We must continue to engage in civil disobedience because it is necessary. Civil disobedience is not new. It is a weapon of the oppressed when every other doors has been shut. Just like in Nigeria, they have shut all the doors. Every doors you can think about have been shut against us in Nigeria. None is left. All the doors is shut against us. There's nothing we can do. Nothing. It is very necessary that we continue to hold on the sit at home. Once we continue to sit at home every Monday, the world cannot ignore us. They can't be silent. When the world look and they see empty street in Biafran land, they look and they see silent markets, shops locked up, street empty. They cannot remain silent forever. It also helps us to build unity among ourselves. It helps us to come together. It helps us to train ourselves to be disciplined and determined. It makes us to have that sense of unity. We must continue on it until we are free. Never go back. Don't listen to their propaganda and blackmail and stupidity and idiocy and deceit. It also sends a moral message to the world that while the government are using their guns and their more tank, going into Biafra land, destroying houses, properties, and lives, we are just sitting at home. That is what we chose. Look at the innocent Biafrans they are killing in Okiwe. They say they are going after Biafran Liberation Army. Biafran Liberation Armies are not in the home. They are not in innocent people's home. The Liberation Army of Biafra, they are not in homes. They are on their own. They are on their own in their areas. in their camps. So when you go and you destroy the house of Biafras, you see an innocent man riding a bike and you shoot him or her. What does that got to do with Liberation Army? Trying to provoke us. They provoke us, they take our life, and they call us violence. And the world joined them. The media push this propaganda. That is why we must not be silent. We can't stop. And it also has helped to create pressure, massive pressure, both economic and political pressure upon the terrorists. It is creating economic and political pressure, forcing those in power to realize we are not afraid to stand. We are not afraid to stand still till justice is served. Some of you don't know, you don't understand. You must understand by force. Do not be scared. It is not easy, but I bet you it is going to be easy by the grace of Chukwu Kabiam. It is going to be easy. In as much as it's difficult, we will never give up. The double standard, we see it every day they play it. As the Fulani terrorists are running rampage, taking innocent life. Look at soldiers complaining. Everybody is complaining. Soldiers, even in the northern part of Nigeria, the Hausas cannot no sleep. You see terrorists boasting openly that they're going to attack. Most of the time, you see, before they come to attack, they even give information, say they are coming. And they will come and they will go. Nothing will happen. In the past few years, reports have shown that dozens of people were killed in coordinated Fulani militia attack in Benue State. It happened in Plateau State. Villages were wiped away completely. Villages wiped out completely, entirely. Names changed. Thousands displaced in IDP camp. Sometimes they go to the IDP camp and even attack them again and chase them from IDP camps. Children made orphan. But yet, when you go to the Nigerian news or international news, what do they report? What do they report? What did they give? What name did they call it? They don't call it terrorism. They don't call it genocide. They call it clash. Go and check their news. They report, they say clash, ethnic clashes. Ethnic clashes, ethnic clash. Fulani herders and farmers clash. That is what they report. Dreaded terrorists wiped the entire village down. Took down an entire village. Renamed the community. Yet they call it clash. As if unarmed villagers are equal to heavily armed bandits. Villagers that don't have any single thing. How do they have a clash with people that come with sophisticated weapons? People that the government of Nigeria supply with ammunition. We have seen them. But the international community don't ask questions. They keep silent because of economic interest and they join them and call it clash. My people, if this same atrocity were happening in Europe or in Middle East, it would be front page news everywhere across the world. Look at how they report Palestine. Look at how they report Ukraine. Even the people that are dying in Nigeria every day is greater than what is dying in Palestinian and Ukraine combined. But those two are making a headline. Nigeria is not making a headline in international media. Nobody's talking about Nigeria. But people who are dying in Nigeria are more than people dying in Palestinian and the Ukraine combined together. But because it is happening in Nigeria, to poor farmers, to Biafrans, to minorities, the world look away. This is hypocrisy. It is hypocrisy, and we must continue to expose it. We must. It is a must. If you love your life, it is a must. If you care about humanity, it is a must. You join, whether you are a Biafran or not, whether you are a Nigerian or not, add your voice. Join us to expose this evil. Join us. That is why we, the Biafrans, have chosen non-violent means to sit at home every Monday to air our voice, because when we lose that voice, there is no other way we can be. There's no other way people will know there are people like Biafrans existing. That is why we cannot give it up. When they ask you, why are you sitting at home? I want you to tell them, it is because if we do not speak, no one will speak for us. That is why we must hold on to Sipako. Tell them like that. Why are you people sitting at home? Why is it that you tell them? Because if we stop and we don't speak, no one will speak for us. They ask you, why you can't listen? Hey, you're spoiling the business. Tell them, because our silence will only embolden the oppressor to oppress us the more. Our silence will only embolden the oppressor to continue to oppress, to continue to massacre, to continue to disappear Biafrans. That is why we cannot stop. I want you to tell them, because civil disobedience is our way of telling Nigeria and the world, you cannot ignore us anymore. You can't ignore us any longer. Tell them. Tell them. That is the only way we can say it and say it clear to their hearing. They can't ignore us any longer. Apart from that, there's no other means. IPOB have protested across the whole countries of the world. Still yet, the terrorism, the killing is still going on. Nobody pays attention. They don't care. They don't care. So we have to keep our voice speaking. Wherever you're hiding. When we sit at home, we are not hiding. We are not hiding. Don't think we are hiding. We are not hiding. We are standing tall in unity. When we sit at home on Monday, it is not hiding. We are standing tall in unity. We are sending a message that Biafra is awake, very much awake, and Biafra will never, ever, ever surrender. For those of you who think we will surrender, you better think again. You better think again. My fellow brothers and sisters, today being sit at home, we have stretched this very program as much as we can. We have spoken on this topic on different dimensions, on different angles, on different places. We have touched it on different angles. So if you still have a doubt, good luck. If you are bold enough and you have any contrary opinion, feel free. And I say it, until you present something else that is greater than sit at home to us, please let us be and let us continue to sit at home. Whether you are a Biafran or non-Biafran, whether you are which post, whether you are which title, whatever title you get yourself. If you know you are tired, you don't want to be part of it, no problem. It is not by force. Nobody is forcing you. But allow those who are in this sit at home to continue. It's the only voice we have. My fellow Biafrans, my brothers and sisters, today, let us remember, civil disobedience is not weakness, has never been weakness, will never be weakness. It is strength. It is the voice of the oppressed against the silence of the oppressor. We will not bow to Nigerians' lies. We will not be broken by international hypocrisy. And we will not allow Fulani terror to be swept under the rug. Every Monday sit at home is a reminder that Biafra lives in us. Every silent street is louder than their propaganda. Every silent street you see in Biafra land is louder than the propaganda of Nigerian government. Every closed shop is a testimony that freedom is non-negotiable. They say we can't lock our shop. We can't close our shop for a minute. But we've been locking our shop now for almost 4 years and counting. We are still locking our shop and we are still ready to lock it until our freedom is achieved. So let the world hear it and hear it clear. Biafra will not be silenced. Biafra will not surrender. Biafra will surely be free. Biafra will surely be free. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this program today. I thank you for being part of this program. And as you go, continue to preach the message of freedom. Continue to speak loud. Do not keep silent. Do not keep silent. Do not keep silent. Wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, do not be silent. Every one of us have to continue to fight this battle in our own little way. Even if your platform have 4 or 5 people, even if it's only one person, even if it's only you, add your voice. It can save a life. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every single one of us as Biafran. I appreciate every one of you that have been with me on this program, and I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will guide, protect, bless, and keep every one of you. I pray for our leaders, Mazen Nandekano, who is now coming to court on the 26th of this month, being Friday. We pray that that day will be a game changer. We pray that that day will be a game changer. Friday. So wherever you are, every one of us must be focused. Continue to pray for him. Also pray for Master Samuel Epa. As he is going for the appeal, that appeal will be a game changer. Everything will turn around for his own good. Because we are children of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. We have not committed any crime. All we are saying is, let us be. We are only asking for that which is ours. Is that too much to ask? We are asking for what belongs to us. We are not asking for something that belongs to others. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect all of us. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafran shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate everyone that participated on this program. Thank you so much. Remain blessed, and I will see you again tomorrow morning. We will have our morning program. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. If you have not yet touched your notification bell, click your notification bell so that you'll be notified each time we come online. You will join us. Share widely. Click like. It doesn't cost you money. It is free. Do your own job. I will do mine. And Chukwu Okike Abiyama will lead us to the path of truth. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to be with us, guide us, protect us, and secure us. Thank you so much for all your contributions. I can see so many people who are there. I can see my brother S.O. is there. S.O., thank you for being there. You're always there, giving your comments and supporting on the comment section. I can see your comments. Thank you so much for your amazing contribution. He said, I hope shifting Nnamdi Kanu case closer is not because of his failing health. Hope Nnamdi Kanu health is not at the stage that Zoo now want to cover up their poor management of Nnamdi Kanu. You are right. You made a point. Whatever be their reason, we are going to be watching. We're going to be watching. Whatever be their reason, we're going to be watching. You are right, my brother S.O. I do agree with you. Anything is possible. You can't trust the zoo. You can never trust them. Igbo land is failing. Businessmen are crumbling because of your activities, and someone like you don't know the wrong from right. You see, this is another. You see, this is another person. But this person that wrote this thing, you were here. You have a link. I put a link there. You should have clicked on that link. I will bring you in. These are the people who are standing against the city. Look at him. He said, Igbo land is failing. Business are crumbling. Is it a sit at home that is crumbling business in Igbo land? What of the business that is crumbling in Lagos? Is it sit at home that is crumbling business in Lagos? Is it sit at home that is crumbling Lagos in the north? These are a bunch of clowns that don't have anything upstairs. That is how they come and he cannot be bold to click the link and come in and make your argument. I have said it several times. If you have a legitimate argument, you come on, click on the link and come on and engage me. But sometimes you people prefer to be on the comment section and you talk and you run. You just write your comment, you run. Be man enough to be able to stand and defend what you believe. I have said it, that if you give me any option that is better than sit at home, I will join you and preach it. I said it many times. If you give me option that is better than sit at home, I will join you. But look at him. He will come online. They will just come and drop that comment and they will run. You see that kind of a thing? You see? As I said, I hope shifting in Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, I agree with you, my brother S.O. I agree with you. It is possible. It is possible. You can't trust Nigerian government. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Very, very possible. So we must continue. And no matter what they do, no matter what we say, we are not ignorant of what we are doing. We know what we are doing. We know what we want. So we will continue peacefully until we get out of the Zoological Republic. Thank you so much for being part of the program. I appreciate all of you. See you all tomorrow morning by the grace of God. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear. Now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat your love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come oh. It is very close and they feel when the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it on. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. One of them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.